A writer's innermost love is originality. Sister once said, "There's nothing so absurd that has not been said by some philosopher." When I started writing about this topic, the consequence of originality, my first thought was, is it even my original idea? And the second was, would it be in true disobedience of law or simply a mimic of rebellion with prettier words? I mean, in a world where lip syncing to a song, to a video essay about consequence of existence, everything can be served in a platter of content. How does one even write something purely authentic? The first consequence is exile. You will not be liked by all, but appreciated by some for the bravery it takes. Later, you'll be hailed as the visionary eventually, hopefully. But first, you will be alone. I think this is what makes mimicry a rather default transitioning of our beliefs. It is safe. The algorithm rewards the familiar, it recommends the similar to. We gently but firmly are pushed into default boxes. And talking about consequence, the second and the most cruel, in my opinion, is assimilation. The moment something truly original is created, it is absorbed by the mob, examined, and then recreated and sold back to you in dupes and mimicry and cry for help of what's becoming the norm. Like that groundbreaking film technique turns into an Instagram filter tomorrow. And that work of art that you created is just a template for somebody to buy off of eBay and replicate it. This is a rather tragic consequence, in my opinion, when the sharp, bold, piercing edges are sanded down, that it no longer stands alone against the norm as a satire or mockery, but as a mere trend. Now, if the punishment of originality is isolation and assimilation, why then make art and not just lip sync? Probably because the artist in you will eat you up to your conscience and seek the inner connection. The third consequence. This is not the high dopamine connection with the algorithm, but the profound connection of truth. It is terrifying to carry the weight of to be the first one to look at the void and say, there, there's something there. Besides, originality isn't about creating something that hasn't been said before or made before. I would say that's Cicero's absurdity. Originality is taking something that has ever happened to you, good or bad, out of love or jealousy, in good intent or revenge. Take it all in and then paint your own truth with it. The consequence of originality is the burden of speaking one's own truth, even when the world is wearing noise cancelling headphones. But the consequence of not being original is the tragedy of never speaking something worthy at all, never meeting oneself. So, write and create and paint and point at the void you feel, acknowledge, and then paint it into art or bleed it on paper as the cliche because that is the only original you can ever offer to the world or yourself. Until next time.